All right. So we had all seen this shenanigans going on, which have been prophesied
Crazy.
that it was going to be a turn, and it said somebody was going to turn on Trump, and I always knew. I said Elon is the only one that that is so close and so not the norm for him to be in such support of Trump. So him being the traitor would always be the most likely.
I thought it was somebody else in the cabinet who was
People
still
are thinking
a little
like
bit
JD
more,
Vance, but
a little closer.
no, that's the closest you get.
How? Elon is not, he only does that one specific task, but you have these other people who are around him a lot more and have other, more extensive roles. That was just my thinking.
They hanging out. They close. So we're gonna
hanging out.
I see that maybe about 2 hours ago they had the White House conference on the White House plane, on the plane. So not the conference, but they were asking him some questions on the plane, and they've been asking about Arbego Garcia and also about Elon. So I want to listen to both.
Facilitate the return of Abrego Garcia?
I don't want to say that, but he's returned.
Did you have conversations with?
He should have never had to be returned. I mean,
public service announcement: if you're on Medicare or helping someone who is, listen up.
Most people are on the wrong plan because the system is confusing on purpose. But Chapter changes everything.
They compare every Medicare plan, not just the ones that pay. You get real unbiased advice for free. No pressure, no sales tricks, just real help.
It takes less than an hour to check if you're overpaying or missing benefits.
Go to axchapter.org and get the coverage that you actually deserve.
Pretty bad guy.
Mr. President, you posted yesterday that a good way to save money would be to cancel some of Musk's contracts. How seriously are you considering that?
Well, we'll take a look at everything. I look at everything. He's got a lot of money. He gets a lot of subsidy. So we'll take a look at that. Only if it's...
That's wrong.
See, that's why you need to stay in your lane. If you're going to be down like four flats, be down like four flats and handle your disagreements and disputes like a man. Not a little boy who's having a cotton picking temper tantrum. Who does that?
A cotton picking ticker tacker. Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Fair. Only if it's fair for him and for the country, I would certainly think about it. Yeah, but it has to be fair.
Mr. President, would you consider reopening investigations into his companies? There are a bunch of investigations.
I didn't know that they had any, but they had them. I would just let them speak for themselves. I had no idea. Excuse me. I have no idea whether or not they had investigations.
And what's your view on Elon Musk as of today? I mean, have you heard from him at all as your team?
Honestly, I've been so busy working on China, working on Russia, working on Iran, working on so many. I'm not thinking about Elon. I just wish him well.
On the China talk, sir, there's a meeting coming up with Secretary Bessent and Secretary Lunding. What do you hope to see? What do you hope to see from those talks in London, sir?
Well, we're very far advanced on the China deal. We wanted clarification. We had to have clarification. A little bumpy up here.
It is making me nauseous just looking at it.
And
so, what would you would be up there the entire time? Like,
I would not be able to stand
can y'all
up.
Interview and sit down?
Can we sit down, please, right here? I wouldn't be able to do it. You already know. Motion sickness is no fun. No fun, y'all.
So, middle of the interview, y'all. This her.
No, I would have already had my Dramamine.
That's what we're really having the meeting about. We had a very good talk. I talked to President Xi for, I guess, more than 2 hours. We had a very good talk. It's a complicated deal, but it's a deal that's, going to bring us a lot of money and a lot of everything else. And we get along very well with President Xi and with China.
On Mr. Musk's contracts, do you feel like the U.S. can survive without them? Obviously, you contribute a lot when it comes to defense and space, and that relationship has been important for quite some time.
The U.S. can survive without almost anybody.
And do you
except me?
Did you have any concerns about his drug use when he was working for you?
I don't want to comment on his drug use. I don't know. I don't know what his.
Whose drug use? Wait a minute.
Wait, did they say Elon or did they say his son? I heard. Hold on. Wait. Go back.
I don't want to comment on.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Drug use.
Who?
On Mr. Musk's contracts, do you feel like the U.S. can survive without them? Obviously, you contribute a lot when it comes to defense and space, and that relationship has been important for quite some time.
The U.S. can survive without almost anybody.
And
Except me.
did you have any concerns about his drug use
He's talking about Elon.
He said his. Okay.
when he was working for you?
I don't want to comment.
He on drugs?
I don't know. I don't know what his status is. I read an article in the New York Times. I thought it was, frankly, it sounded very unfair to me.
You said earlier today that Mr. Musk had a problem. What did you mean by that?
Elon did he had a black eye because he got into it with somebody over a little bag of coke?
No, I don't know. That was probably some baby mama drama right there going on. I don't know.
You showed me you sold me some shake.
No.
You sold me some shake.
I don't know. I didn't even know that he.
Was on his own?
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
Man, when I go back to that clip, look at this clip. I'm gonna show you that. I got that clip. Just don't make sense on how he's looking. I'll show you at the end though, because I want to show it right now. But I want to show it right now.
And did you misjudge him by
I
bringing?
don't want to talk about problems. I think that I think the United States had problems, and if you look at the numbers today, the numbers were unbelievable. The numbers were incredible. The numbers that came up today, the stock market went way up. The country's doing really well. Almost, I think, in a very short period of time, you're going to be saying doing better than it's ever done before. We have hundreds of plants coming in, a lot of jobs are being created. That's what
His
happened
purpose
this
has
morning.
been
These other
served.
Jobs. And
Yeah, pretty
the nice
much.
part,
Yeah,
they're not government
pretty
jobs.
much.
They're jobs of people coming in and doing other things, including the leisure, hotel and leisures. Good stuff. A lot of good things are happening with our country. We're taking in billions of dollars of tariff money. The money is pouring in, and it hasn't even started yet, really, relatively. We're going to have a very successful country very soon, and the stock market is seeing that. We have, and I've been saying it, we have the hottest country anywhere in the world, the hottest country. And if you think about it, 6 months ago we had the coldest country. We had a country that was a disaster, and we've done it very quickly. Okay, go ahead.
Mr. President, on the One Big Beautiful Bill, so your critics, often your critics...
I don't have too many critics, because, honestly, I don't know of anybody that's going to vote against it. Maybe Rand Paul or somebody, but, they always vote against it. But I actually think that over the last 24 hours, it's even solidified. We have tremendous support.
I really need to read the inside of the bill, because you know how they'll go and people pick sides and they'll pick out little things about the bill and what they like and what they don't like. But if you don't read the entire bill, you don't really have a gist of what is in totality.
It's making me
being done.
nauseous. I mean,
Him being on the
I
plane.
need him to sit
That
down.
is crazy.
Because it keeps moving and moving around. My stomach
You
is
are
turning
getting
over here.
frustrated about a plane that you're not on.
I feel like my mouth is watering over here. I'm like, okay, do I need to look away? Look away. I'm for real.
Everybody.
It's like,
help me.
I don't wish motion sickness on nobody.
How do you get motion sickness from looking at him on the
Because
plane?
it keeps moving around. It keeps moving around.
So just the critics
Close your eyes.
That's what I'm doing.
That's ridiculous.
that want to talk about the bill, they often fail to mention that your tariffs are actually offsetting a lot, the debt in itself. I believe the CBO said 2.8 trillion over the next 10 years. So what do you have to say
Well,
to
we
that?
got tremendous reviews, and CBO, who never gives good, basically it's a Democrat group, and we're getting tremendous reviews on the bill. We cut 1.6 trillion, not billion, trillion
Okay.
out of the budget, and yet we haven't affected anybody. We're going to save and totally cherish Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. The Democrats are going to destroy it. They'll destroy it. We're going to save it and make it stronger than ever before. So Medicare, Medicaid, they just make statements. Oh, he's going to talk. We're not touching it, other than waste, fraud, and abuse.
That was my
Mr.
next
President,
question.
on Russia, Ukraine, did the Ukraine drone strikes against the bombers inside Russia, the airfields, did that change your view at all of what Zelensky, the cards he has?
Well,
what he's capable of?
they gave Putin a reason to go in and bomb the hell out of him last night. That's when I saw it, I said, here we go. Now it's going to be a strike. I did something that people don't talk about, and I don't talk about very much, but we solved a big problem, a nuclear problem, potentially, with India and with Pakistan.
Okay.
And I spoke to Pakistan, I spoke to India. They have really great leaders. But they were going at it, and they could have gone at it nuclear, both nuclear countries, strong nuclear countries. And I talked about trade, and I said, we're not doing trade if you guys are going to be throwing bombs at each other, and they both stopped.
Wow.
And I stopped that war immediately. That was going, as you know, that was going much further, and hopefully not to nuclear, but it might have gone to nuclear. In fact, it might have gone to nuclear in the next round, but we stopped it. And I'd like to comment the leaders of both countries, Pakistan and India.
Are you worried that there might be a nuclear breakout with Russia-Ukraine? Are you worried that that could...
I am.
I hope not. I hope not. I think it's a war that would have never happened. If I were president, that wouldn't have happened. I certainly hope not.
Mr. President, Senator Hawley said he had spoken with you about potentially removing cuts that were in the House passed bill to Medicaid that would hurt Trump voters in rural areas. What are your thoughts about
Well,
that?
I did speak about that. We're really talking about waste, fraud, and abuse. And Senator Hawley's a great senator. He's a good guy. And I did speak to him, and we want to make sure that doesn't hurt anybody, you know, because it is about waste, fraud, and abuse. That's the only thing. And everybody wants that.
On Russia, Ukraine, where are you at today with the Senate sanction bills? There's been some reporting that the White House is,
Well, I know
trying
the
to get
bill.
watered
I studied
down.
the bill. We're to see. I mean, if I think Russia will not be making a deal or stopping the bloodshed, 5 and 6 even. I've been saying 5 and 6, and now it's more. 1,000 a week, soldiers being killed and people being killed, not just soldiers.
What's that?
No, well, listen.
Oh, I thought you wanted me
Scratching
to-
my finger.
People being killed, but largely soldiers being killed. Yeah, I'd use it if it's necessary.
But are you trying
And they've really given me that option.
Are you trying to get the Senate to water it down, though, from its current version?
I haven't spoken about it. They have a bill. It's going to be up to me. It's my option. They've made it that way, and it would save a lot of time if that happened. So I'm okay with it. I haven't decided to use it. It's a very strong bill.
Mr. President, you gave Elon Musk, when he left the White House, a key, symbolically, to the White House, to the administration at large. I think that's what would you like him to give that back?
No, I don't take things back. No,
What about the Tesla?
I gave him a key. He tried very hard.
See, the guy's asking it almost like you giving. I gave you I stay with you at your house, and then you got the key, and I just come back anytime I want. It don't work
No, it's like
that.
a key to the city.
Yeah, correct.
That type of vibe.
That's something you put on a frame.
Yeah.
You frame it, you know.
The Tesla, I haven't
What's your
thought
judgment
about it.
on his work then,
I
as
ain't
of this
taking it.
point, for the administration?
You think Trump care anything about that Tesla?
It's out of sight, out of mind. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, he's like, no, just sell it. I
Listen,
mean,
he
he is
don't even-
on to the next thing.
He ain't need no Tesla guy.
He is on to the next thing.
Listen, he probably
He
forget the
doesn't-
thing is there. If the man want Teslas, the man could buy 100 of them just
But
sitting outside
he
his
said it was
house.
for his staff. I mean, it's not like he drives.
Oh, he said it was for the staff.
Yeah, he said, even when we saw the video, he was like, yeah, this is probably for my staff. I don't drive.
Oh, okay, then that makes sense.
Excuse me.
Yeah, because he probably ain't drove in 20 years.
Right.
How do you think his DOGE did at the end of the day with the savings that?
Oh, I think it helped us a lot. I think it helped our thinking, and it's not finished at all. We've basically taken it over, and we're doing a job. Many of those people remain with us, and they're going to remain with us. They're very good.
Good.
It's terrific. We saved, hundreds of billions of dollars. It's terrific, and it's going further. I mean, I'd give you the answer actually at the end of 2 years, because a lot of it is out into the future. But it was a big saving and a good mindset.
And what are you going to do about the Tesla? Are you going to keep it, or are you going to?
I haven't thought about it.
Do you have any plans to
I
contact?
hope he does well with Tesla.
Do you have any plans to speak with Mr. Musk? This was one of your closest
done.
advisors for
No, I don't
months.
have any plans. Somebody made a mistake. A lot of reporters have been calling me. I didn't call any reporter. A lot of reporters, they asked me the same question. No, I don't. I'm not even thinking about that.
There apparently were these efforts. This is what I read, to bring you and Elon back together. So those efforts where are they?
No, there are efforts. I mean, I've been asked about it, but I'm not really interested in that. I'm really interested in the country and solving
There you
problems,
go.
including
Exactly.
war problems
Right, pretty
in
much.
very far away lands. A lot of people being killed. When I left, we had no problem. We didn't have wars. We defeated ISIS 100%. Iran was broke. There was no Hamas problem. There was no Hezbollah problem. Israel wouldn't have happened, in other words. Russia, Ukraine wouldn't have happened. We had no inflation. And by the way, we have no inflation now. And if we had a good Fed chairman, you would lower rates. And you know what? If inflation happened in a year from now or 2 years, let them raise rates. But we're going out for long-term debt or short-term debt. We have a lot of debt coming due because Biden had all short-term debt, mostly. And we would get a lower rate and a lower interest rate if this guy with lower rates. We get a lower interest rate. It's unbelievable.
Right.
And he's worried about inflation. If he worries about inflation any longer, all he has to do is get the lower rate, let us go out, borrow at a much lower rate, much lower. You could go down a point or two. We'll go out, borrow them, and if in 2 years inflation comes back, he raises rates. But he keeps them the same. It's insane.
He's sweating. That guy behind
Are you
him.
already thinking about who your next
Motion
Fed chair
sickness
would be? I know
getting
it's
him.
What'd you say?
He's sweating. The airplane motion up and down getting him too.
I pray that he ain't secured about that because that joker is fat back there, boy.
He
You know what I mean?
is sweating. It's like, oh, this plane keep moving down.
No, that's y'all. Just y'all.
Help me. I got to go to the bathroom.
Are you already thinking about who your next Fed chair would be? I know it's 2026 when his term expires, so you're already thinking about it. Who are you,
It's coming out very soon.
who are you thinking about for that?
I could tell you, but I don't think I'll do
What do you make?
I have a pretty good idea.
Kevin,
What
Warsh,
do you-
Kevin Warsh, one of
He's
those
very
people?
highly thought.
What do you make of the Ayatollah saying that they have to enrich? They have to be able to
No, they won't
enrich.
be enriching. If they enrich, then we're going to have to do it the other way. And I don't really want to do it the other way, but we're going to have no choice.
What's your latest?
There's not going to be enrichment.
Just one more on Abrego Garcia, sir, because this is the big news
Yeah.
for today. Just months ago, it seemed like from El Salvador to even your administration that there was no chances that he would be returned. So can you just explain to the American people what sort of happened to facilitate his return in the last few
DOJ made a decision. I think their decisions have been very, very good. And maybe they just said, look, all of these people, these judges, they want to try and run the country. The judges are trying to, a local judge trying to run the country. The man has a horrible past, and I could see a decision being made. Bring him back, show everybody how horrible this guy is, and frankly, we have to do something because the judges are trying to take the place of a president that won in a landslide, and that's not supposed to be the way it is. And so I could see bringing him back. I could see it either way, bringing him back or not bringing him back. But by bringing him back, you show how bad he is. He's a bad guy.
On China, sir, did President Xi agree to
We're
restart
landing right
the
now.
flow
Sorry.
of
We're
rare
landing right
minerals
now.
and magnets?
Say it what?
Did President Xi agree to restart the flow of rare earth minerals and magnets?
Yes, he did. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
everybody.
Mr. President. Thank you for coming back.
He is a G. I wouldn't have been able to stand up there like that.
Trump said, we're landing. I'm going to sit down. Y'all can stay up. I'm going to sit down.
Right now, we're landing. What you
We're
say?
landing.
Hold on, what you say?
Yo,
Oh,
But
thank
he's-
God,
but you
my
gotta think-
stomach is turning over here.
but you
Is
gotta
that
think-
another video? Was that it?
no, that's it. You got to think he flies so much that's yeah, not you. But you ain't the one, baby. Don't do no press interviews on the airplane, Joy.
It would be all sitting down, and I probably wouldn't want to do it until after I land somewhere.
Hey, y'all.
I'm
These
I'm
are
sorry.
both sides of the chair where you can kind of hook. I could just.
That's only for takeoff and landing.
What
When we get
question-
in the air,
What are the questions?
when we get in the air, and if we start doing all that, my head is back. But I'm probably drowsy. I'm probably in and out of sleep because my Dramamine is kicked in. Thank God.
But yo, man, shout out to Trump. He was like, man, I ain't really dealing with stuff. But Trump will. He ain't focus on them. But if you go talking that crap online, then you will get a tweet back from him.
Well,
If you
yeah, and
talk, because so many
he is
people
a
are seeing
real G. He's a true businessman. He is about business. He's not on that petty tomfoolery. He gonna respond back now. He gonna say his 2 cents. But he's like, he's got bigger fish to fry and more things in the world to do. And he was only there for a limited time.
it. Yeah.
Your time is up.
And do you know what I heard? The next one is the next person who's gonna cause him a problem is gonna be JD Vance. JD Vance gonna have an issue with something he's gonna do, and then he's gonna be trying to.
You think so?
No, it was Brandon said it. And Brandon and Troy said it. So, when you're making big changes, it's going to offend people, especially if they were.
Well, the thing is, work it out. Be civilized and work it out with the person amongst privacy and the other council members who is on your team.
Yeah.
Don't air it out.
No.
That's what I don't like. That doesn't show.
Yeah,
that
air it out.
that shows character, but it doesn't show. High value and high quality.
Yeah, no, don't.
Alexa, cancel.
Yeah, don't air it out.
Yeah, I don't like that. But Elon's time was up. And to me, some things cannot be said. Some things you just need to refrain and keep your emotions in check. When you let your emotions run array or you let your emotions take over. You say things, and you can damage relationships. And he was like, "Oh no, I'm good. We don't have to talk no more." And that's why, because he shouldn't have said the things that he said. You should have handled it in private.
And that's pretty much bottom line.
Certain mistakes cannot be made.
All right.
All right, great people. We love you guys. Subscribe to the channel.
Hey. See y'all next, man.